Today, we're comparing a bunch of different Helium 10 and Jungle Scout features along with my actual sales compared to their estimates. I've broken today's video down into 4 key parts, so be sure to stick around to the end so that you figure out which software is right for you. Part 1, product research. So we're gonna be starting with Jungle Scout. You have a simple interface here. You have categories taking up most of the screen. And then you have a few select filters over here. It does not seem as if there's any way to expand filters. So this is pretty much the criteria you get access to. So let's go ahead and select a few filters here. Average monthly units sold, and I'll try and keep this consistent across both softwares. Not a big fan of slider bars because medium doesn't necessarily mean anything. Like I'd rather just be able to change the competition myself. Seasonality, okay, we'll pull that down to medium. Average monthly price, say 24 to 80. Okay, so before we hit search on this, just give a quick features rating. Not as many as I would potentially like. There's 9 fields here, 10 fields. It's not too many ways to manipulate data. My only worry with this, you might get a lot of similar results to your competitors who are also using the product. That's the only thing I could foresee happening here as far as features go. Now let's take a look at the quality of the results. Lightning deals of today, Prime is certainly not a high quality result that I would want to see. Epica, Taylor, Halloween yard lights. Okay, toolbox organizer, that sounds pretty interesting. So last of the features I guess we have would be to just click that and it's gonna automatically search it on Amazon for you so you can look through here. Okay, Helium 10 is now on the hot seat. Let's take a look here. So we're up here in black box, we're using the keywords tab. And then instead of monthly revenue, we're gonna keep it consistent. We're gonna come over here to monthly sales in units. We're gonna go ahead and enter a minimum of 1,000, just like we did in Jungle Scout. And this is kind of what I was saying as far as features go. This is quite an expansive amount of characteristics of the markets that I can change. We even have things like best sales period, and then even review count. On Jungle Scout, we just had a slider that said competition. And one of my favorite filters / features of Helium 10 are the competitor revenue and competitor reviews. This means that we can say maybe at least 2 competitors in the top results are making more than $10,000 per month. 1 competitor in the top results has less than 150 reviews, etc. Just to keep it consistent, I'm going to get rid of those, but keep in mind there's some things here that I'm purposely not filling in just because I kind of have to, so it's a fair comparison. And lastly, we just have to select our categories just like we did on Jungle Scout. So at this point, I would say Helium 10 has won the features battle for Amazon product research. Okay, cleaning caddy, skinny side table, and vanity chairs, washable area rug. Okay, these are pretty interesting. I would potentially look into skinny side table. We could maybe look at like a Pottery Barn catalog and see what some trending styles are right now, maybe bring that over to Amazon. As far as the features go for accessibility, opening that product up, we wanted to open up skinny side table. We click this button over here to the right, and then we actually get view on Amazon or run magnet. So we can instantaneously look at associated keywords that customer might also be looking for. So it gives you some insight right away into who this person is, what they're looking for, and how you might be able to even improve the product based on other long-term keywords they're searching. So that marks the end of part 1. I've got 3 more parts to show you. Don't go anywhere just yet. Don't forget, we're gonna be comparing my actual sales to the software's estimate. You are not gonna wanna miss that. Part 2, sales analysis. Features, accuracy, accessibility. So we're kicking it back over to Jungle Scout here with the product we found using this tool. We're gonna go ahead and click on this button here to scan the page and open up the revenue, sales rank, profitability. Starting with features, we're gonna work from the top down. We see we have average monthly sales, average revenue, average price, average number of ratings. It's taking an amalgamation of all of this data and just showing you what it's broken down to be. Also gives you an opportunity score up at the top right corner here, which is saying that high demand and high competition is bad. However, I sell on a high demand, high competition market, and we do extremely well. So that's kind of a blanket statement to say that that's bad. We have filter results. Let's take a look at what that opens up. So we get to see only certain listings based on their profit, sales. It's basically taking all of these here and just allowing you to say, only show me the following. We have a keyword cloud, just showing you the most used keywords in all of the listings. Titles, it looks like, and they're popping out in a big way. And I want to let you guys know, I have used both of these softwares, and by the end of this, you'll know which one I have landed on to run my day-to-day Amazon business. Okay, then it's pretty straightforward. We get the products as they're listed on Amazon. We have the main thing that most everyone is going to look at, the monthly revenue. And then if you click on monthly revenue, it does sort it from high to low. If you click on it again, it goes low to high. If you come back over here and click on this, it'll resort it in the way that they show up on Amazon. That's pretty much key feature across product research tools. I would expect that it had those. The checkboxes are super important to me. Just want to make sure that as we click through here, we have the ability to, this would count towards accessibility, right? Can we easily move from tool to tool and do different things? So my hope would be that there would be the ability to quickly reverse ASIN search all of those listings, and it doesn't appear that there is a way to do so. I can click lookup keywords here, and that'll search that individual ASIN. Yes, as you can see, it did do that. However, if I wanted to then search all 5 of these ASINs to triangulate more data than just one specific product and how they're ranking, it does look like I would have to actually copy the ASIN from each of these and then head over here and manually paste them in one at a time. That compounded over how much product research and keyword analysis you do could get a little taxing. Now, moving on to Helium 10's X-ray tool and their Chrome extension in general for features, accessibility, and accuracy. Now, quick note here, you'll see at the top of the page here, Helium 10 has generated this bit of data for us. Jungle Scout is supposed to have something similar to that. It hasn't been loading, and I did go into the settings and it is on, so don't know what's going on there. So right away, before I ever even have to open the Helium 10 X-ray extension to analyze sales, we get a good look at 30-day revenue for the market. And this is huge to me. Search volume for what we just looked for. I want to know that if I search something out of someone's title or I found a phrase that I'm interested in seeing, I can just get that information. Again, accessibility. I don't have to go over to a different tool from Helium 10, type it in, and then come back. It's just everything, it's intuitive, right? I can see it right there. So we get the amalgamation of sales data just like we did on Jungle Scout. And again, we haven't even opened the software yet. This is just on the home page. And this is mind-blowing. If you open the Show More, or what is it actually called? Yeah, Show More. We get market share. Market share is huge. You can see who's actually coming to play. You can see this one here, sourced in the US, little corner table. You can immediately take a look at the big ballers, if you will. You can immediately see what the seller country of origin is, 85% Chinese, size tier, and fulfillment rates. Maybe if you see a high FBM fulfillment rate, like in this situation actually, might be an area where optimizing your unit economics and packaging size makes sense. A smaller box, if you can figure out a new efficient way to ship it, you might be able to take more margin. And then right up here, we can see top keywords and analyze products in a download ASINs button. If we click on top keywords, we're immediately, wow, that was actually fast, how fast that loaded. We're gonna get a list of keywords that the top products in this market are ranking for. So side table, end table, living room tables, living room furniture, small table, bedside table. Again, just right in front of me, I have access to know what else is this customer looking for, what is the search volume of other terms in this market. So they're just bringing that information to the surface. I can export that data if I was interested in seeing it, and then finally analyze products. That'll actually just open up Helium 10's extension. So let's take a look at this and we'll analyze it the same way we did Jungle Scout from the top down. So up here we have what we're searching for, the search volume, and a graph of how customers are searching that term. To me, customer behavior is huge. That's how I run my business, is knowing my customer better than anyone in my market. One of the key factors of that is search volume analysis. So the fact that they brought that to now that's not like their in-depth tool, it's just showing you for this specific keyword how much it's searched. I appreciate that. We have the amalgamation of data here as we saw with Jungle Scout. And then we see we have some grayed off buttons, run Cerebro, run listing analyzer, analyze reviews, and track competitor. So as far as features go, we've already upped the ante. Before we just had, with Jungle Scout, keyword cloud, and then over here you can do some things like add it to your list. Now, of course, we see the revenue graph, we see a sales graph, and we see price, sales, reviews, everything you could want to see in here. Review velocity, how quickly they're gaining reviews compared to their sales. Again, all of that information that you could ever want to see. Both of them do a pretty good job of providing a vast depth of different information about each individual seller. Almost every single time this is open, I'm going to do this. I'm going to click on multiple competitors that are relevant. They don't have to be in order, so I could go, oh, I want to see this one's sales as well. And I could just run it in Cerebro. So I can get all of the ASIN's top keywords that they're ranking for right away. I don't have to do before like we were seeing the back and forth, where I have to go grab an ASIN, come back over here, put it in, go back, find an ASIN, come back over here, and put it in. All right, and finally, for the accuracy test. So I've pulled up Helium 10 and Jungle Scout in both my listings, screenshotted what they reported for revenue, then I'm gonna show you my real revenue. On the left, we have Jungle Scout's estimate. On the right, we have Helium 10. The readings are virtually the same. They're within about 3% accuracy of each other. And then as for my actual sales, this is an up-to-date view pulled from the same time we just pulled those estimates. You can see it's actually $42,620 for the last 30 days, just on that one SKU. So both of them are a fair bit lower than what the actual sales are. Neither of them had a clear win in that category. However, my product is particularly hard to do that kind of estimate for because we have a lot of multiple units being purchased in one order. So where the Helium 10 and Jungle Scout software might see a unit sold, really it was more like we sold 3 or 4 units in that purchase. We consistently have days where we sell maybe 35 orders, but 60 or 70 units. We also have built a pretty high subscribe and save list where people are basically subscribing to the listing and purchasing units on a monthly recurring basis. So between those two factors, I got to give it to them. They both did a pretty good job of estimating where my sales were. And in fact, if I had sold 1 unit every time I actually had 1 order, it would probably be dead on. So wrapping up sales analysis part 2, both of the softwares side by side. So on a technicality, we're going to give accuracy to Jungle Scout, even though they were both accurate with the data they had. Like I said, my listing's a little bit tough. And then we're going to give features and accessibility to Helium 10. Round of applause, very nicely made. Part 3, keyword analysis, features and accessibility. Okay, so I was trying to prepare for this segment and I was just putting ASINs in here like a barbarian manually. Come back here, copying them, putting them over here. And for some reason it's giving me some nonsense saying it's not a real ASIN. All right, let's hit search. We are on Keyword Scout. This is Jungle Scout's keyword research tool. We're gonna take a look at the results that we were able to get with this. So starting with features, we have the ability to search ASINs or keywords in this field. Then as far as filters go, we have keyword count, product category, product count, keyword search volume, and then we have a show more options. We do get some advanced features here. That's pretty cool. We got a searched ASINs count, searched ASINs average rank, which is basically a advanced rank filter from Helium 10. They didn't used to have that. They must have actually copied that feature because that's a really good feature that I always used Helium 10 for instead because they didn't have it for the longest time. Just gonna hope that it's actually referring to all of these results because that's kind of the whole point of this, is like we want to see the data of multiple ASINs at once. At least that's how I do my keyword research. So as far as features go, I'm okay with this. It seems like there's a decent amount of filters here. And let's go ahead and apply that filter and see what we get. Okay, internal server error. It did not work. Can we try that again? Okay, Jungle Scout has apparently shit the bed. We're not gonna be able to filter these results, unfortunately, but let's just move on to what the actual results look like. Keywords, looks like they're sorted by search volume to start. Then, okay, yeah, search volume and then kind of related keywords. Okay, I just tried to sort by relevancy and it just gave me an internal server error again. I don't know what's going on with Jungle Scout right now. I guess I'll go on to Helium 10. So we've got our 5 ASINs or 6 ASINs that we selected here, and then just immediately hit run Cerebro. Cerebro is Helium 10's reverse ASIN search tool, which allows you to see what keywords are all of these ranking for. And right off the bat, we have 11,700, nearly twice as many. Then again, we used twice as many ASINs because I got tired of dragging them back and forth in Jungle Scout. And then features slash filters, there's more. This is, again, one of the main reasons why I get creative and I think of different ways that I could use them, again, to find unique keywords. They also have some new filters here, just top keywords or opportunity keywords. So we can select that. And it's gonna just show you the main keywords that have substantial keyword search volume. Looks like above 500. That are commonly used in your competitors' listings. And look at the quality of these really awesome, very accurate, very on-point keywords. Skinny side tables, narrow side tables, skinny end tables, small narrow side tables, slim night, like it's all exactly what the customer would be looking for relating to these skinny side tables. Just turn that filter off, and this is the advanced rank filter I love so dearly. Put the number of ASINs that we want to see here. So let's say like 4 out of the 6, so a very high number of ASINs, are ranking in positions 1 through 50. Then we'll get the most relevant results down below. I'm gonna hit apply filters. Thankfully, no server issues. It looks like Helium 10 is actually up and running here. And then we're gonna get 37 filtered keywords that are exactly what 4 of those ASINs rank in the top 54. If there was not 4 of them for any given search term in the top 50, we would not see it right now. Therefore, we have basically all of the relevant page 1 results we should try and rank for. One thing I absolutely love that they did is they have the click share for the top 3 ASINs. That's click-through rate. So industry standard click-through rate for someone that searches that term and then ends up clicking on one of the top 3 positions. So you get an idea of how people are converting for top of search impression share. And we also have conversion share for each of these, which in a market with expensive products like this, a lot of people clicking, not that many people purchasing right away. And then as always, we have suggested PPC, search volume, competing products. I mean, just all of the data you can ever want. And to be fair, it does look like more data than Jungle Scout had as well. So at the end of our keyword analysis section, I've got to just give it all the way across the board to Helium 10. I liked the features better. I liked the ease to use. Everything was very intuitive and quick. I could just immediately load data and see that it's relevant. And then accessibility, from it being on the screen on Amazon when you're searching for products and sales analysis, to immediately being able to navigate through some advanced filters on their page and get quickly loading results that are highly relevant. Part 4, listing creation. Okay, so building a listing is obviously one of the most important parts about selling on Amazon. You have to have an optimized listing to be able to rank and index for keywords. Let's go ahead and hit create listing. We are in listing builder from Jungle Scout up here. We're gonna create a new listing. We're gonna create a new listing under both of these softwares. The first step, we have to create some keywords. So we're gonna add a new list. Unfortunately, we were not able to get the keywords from our competitors using Keyword Scout. Seems like they're having some server issues. So I am gonna unfortunately have to open Keyword Scout again and maybe just search one at a time that would be relevant to a listing like this. I'm just gonna go ahead and click on some keywords that are relevant and then just hit add keyword to list, and we'll throw that in the list that we had created already. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so it's got all of them in there now. And then they just released, I think almost maybe a week ago or something, this AI assist button. So let's go ahead and do that, because that's pretty much how people are writing listings nowadays. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they actually have a word processor at all. So I can't go in and get the individual words out of this. So I'm just gonna copy these and put them into my backend. The only problem there is now we have a bunch of duplicate keywords. That's a little bit annoying. Okay, so let's check it out. So securely organize and store screws, parts, and so, yeah. I'm sorry, that's just a horrible title. So it's obvious, it's not optimized for Amazon in any way. They didn't put the most important search term at the beginning. And let's check out our features. With its socket organizer tray, you can easily store nuts, bolts, and other parts. It just kind of leaves something to be desired here. I'm actually actively kind of upset with this listing. Okay, so let's try out Helium 10. So we're gonna start from our keyword list that we had created using the Cerebro tool. All we have to do is just click here, hit add to my list, skinny side table. Boom, we're done. And then let's head over to listing builder. We're gonna create from scratch, pretty similar option there. We are not gonna enter an ASIN, we're just gonna go straight up from scratch. We'll select our keyword list, and we are moving. You can see the list already generated there. We're just gonna hit next. And then this feature here, the build your listing with AI. So we actually have some fields that we can fill in for the AI so it's able to better write the listing. So we can say for the skinny side table, it is durable, solid wood, easy to build, and then space saving. Show brand name at the end of the title always, because we want the actual product to show up first. Brand name will say durable desks. And then it's asking for target audience. So we could just go back to the reviews of a listing and we can look at kind of what they're saying. Use it as a mini computer desk. So work from home, potentially bedside table, works from home. They want to save space. And then one of the really cool things here is this tone. So we can actually play around with, do we want the listing to sound casual, friendly, formal? Leave it at formal for now. It's what it generated on. Then we'll head down to the title. And one thing we'll notice right away is that they've already included keywords that should be in the title. Are these red keywords here, the red phrases that we're trying to rank for. It just knows that those should be in the title. So maybe we hit edit keywords in title, and let's add in maybe a small spaces, small end table for small spaces, because we know our customer avatar is looking to save space. So I'll hit write for me on the title. Narrow end table, skinny side table, easy to build, solid wood, rustic design. Ideal small end table for small spaces, perfect for work from home. And the cool thing is if we wanted to just rewrite it, we just say rewrite again. So just try again. and just repopulate a different version of that. It's gonna know that you wanna see a different version, so it'll try some different things out, right? So it'll say like, okay, what if we just put all of the best keywords at the beginning? Is that what they wanna see? And we could say rewrite for me, and it would keep doing that. So let's take a look down here. So solid wood construction experience the rustic charm of our small end table for small spaces. These durable living room end tables are made of solid wood, ensuring longevity and sturdiness. That's actually a really good bullet point. And one thing you'll notice, look it put the most important product features at the beginning. Solid wood construction, easy assembly, space-saving design, versatile usage, and rustic aesthetic. That's what the customer is actually gonna read. And you'll notice on any big Amazon listing that's actually successful, you'll see that they've bulleted in this way. So you have like the thing that you're trying to get across and then explanation of that thing. Now here's the cool thing, say we like this title, come up here, change the tone to persuasive, and then rewrite the bullet points. So maybe you have a formal title, but persuasive bullet points that are actually highlighting key features of the product and actively trying to sell the customer on it. While that's loading, we'll take a look at the description that was written in the formal tone. So introducing the durable desks, skinny end tables for the living room, a sophisticated blend of form and function. These slim tables are designed to fit snugly in any space, making them ideal for small apartments, rooms where space is at a premium. And this is kind of a quirk of AI sometimes. It's like skinny nightstand and this just to fit another keyword. You can go in there and you just get rid of one of these because it's a little bit awkward again. It's a pretty awesome description actually. And look at all the keywords. The highlighted keywords are all keywords that your listing's going to be indexing for. Now don't go anywhere just yet. We have one part left to compare, but as far as who won the listing builder battle, I think it was pretty clear Helium 10 is going to take that one home. Now pricing, you do have to pay for these softwares, and that's probably why you're here to help make that decision. Jungle Scout is $69 per month, and Helium 10 is $100 per month. However, I've got a sweet deal for you. I reached out to Helium 10 and asked them if they could give me a discount code for you guys, and instead of $99 a month, if you just use code SAVAGE6M20, SAVAGE6M20 and hit apply, see that your coupon was applied and you get 20% off for 6 months. So it's only gonna be $80 per month, making it just $10 more than Jungle Scout for all of the features that we saw today, making it my clear choice. To be clear, I stopped using Jungle Scout, but I know a lot of people still ask about that software. So I did make this comparison video for you today. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, but after 6 months, I have to pay full price. I got you. Just use code SAVAGE10 and then you're gonna get 10% off forever. So if you plan on being a serial Amazon seller like myself and using this for years, not just 6 months, I would recommend using code SAVAGE10. Be sure to watch this video here where I explain in more depth how I used Helium 10's listing builder feature to create my $40,000 per month listing. I'll see you over there. Later.